wanna do. She do what she wanna do. Ooh, she do what she wanna do.
She do what she wanna do. Lower to the grave, tell you like it is to your face. She don't play. Every chick down for it all, know that she a boss. No competition, no loss. From the Midwest to the A, Autumn got you tuning in, no delay. Ooh, get you right every time. Keep you laughing on a dime. Tell you truth, no lies, so you can live your best life. Cover all topics, no limits. Got some for your mama and your children, no holding back. No gimmicks, coming on strong, get straight to business. Oh yeah.
Do what she wanna do.
Live life, live life,
She
live
do
life.
what she wanna do.
Live life, live life,
She
live
do
life.
what she wanna do.
Live life, live life,
She
live
do
life.
what she wanna do.
Live life, live life, live life. Live life, live life.
Hey, it's your girl Autumn, and I welcome you back to the Lit Life podcast, where I encourage you to live your life autonomously. So, you know what, y'all? I'm gonna try to keep this short, and I'm gonna try to I don't know, not feel so glowed up right now, whatever. But we have a very special episode today with two very, very special guests. Y'all know how much I love The Office. Y'all see me tweeting about it. Me and Khris from Shenanigans with Friends been going back and forth about talking about The Office. But I have two special guests here to talk to me about The Office today. So first we want to give it up for my homegirl, Khris from the Shenanigans with Friends podcast.
Hey guys, I'm back again. Thank you, Mike. I know I'm back, guys.
Right, and so for my next special guest, really does not need any introduction for real. It's you know what I'm saying. I got like a living R&B legend sitting in front of me. I don't really know how to act. I'm gonna act right. I don't really know how to act, but I'm gonna act right. So I want y'all to give it up for my homie. He's now my family because I just told him a few minutes ago that he was family. Michael Keith from the Grammy Award-winning group 112.
Hey!
Don't mind. Don't let me see where I'm at. Yeah, don't mind that single ball of wine in the background. I know somebody's gonna say something in a minute, but we had a couple of parties, a couple of days back or whatever, man. That was the last remaining. That's the the lone soldier. So, but
Right.
yeah, I'm getting my mind right. So don't worry about the wine bottle.
But what kind of wine is it? What is it?
Yeah, what's left?
Let me see. What is it? This is actually from the vineyard that's right down the street from me. And so it's homegrown. It's actually raspberry wine. So
okay.
Yeah.
Some local stuff. I like it.
Yeah. Nobody wanted it. They were like raspberry, bro. We don't want to try no new shit. Like what are you talking about? They sound fancy, my nigga. I don't want to do that.
Well, you have to tell me the name of the place. I have to. Probably have to try. I wonder if it's sweet. It sounds like it might be sweet.
No, it's real sweet. It's actually Little Vineyard, Little Vine Vineyards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't even know it was no vineyards in Georgia.
Actually, the first vineyards. This is a fun fact that I learned. The actual first vineyards that were ever in America started out in Georgia.
Really?
Look at you. You listened on the tour and shit. Look at you.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And over here. This is where they hung a couple of niggas and shit, you know? Yeah.
So real quick, I like to just do a little temperature check. Y'all know we've been living in some craziness. So for the last, I don't know, it seems like about 4 years now is what it seemed like. But so I like to just do a little temperature check. So how y'all been holding up, real fast? I mean, we already know what has happened in the White House. We know the whole damn White House staff at the time of this recording is at Walter Reed because they all got COVID because that's just what they do. But how y'all doing?
COVID free. We good. We living. We're alive. We're up and smiling and talking. So I'm straight.
Yeah, I had my bout with it. And I tested positive for it. Back in July, but. Since then, I've been good. Everything has been good. I will say that shit is real. Like, do not get it twisted. Put your mask on for Christ's sake. If you don't do it for you, do it for your fellow man. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody might be walking past you asymptomatic, you know, and then next day, you know, you walking around here cranking that soldier boy with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So were you able to keep it contained to just you? Like when you
Yes, okay. Once I found out, once I got see, I'm a what is that? Hypochondriac. I'm one of them people. Like I don't like touching ill. You know that you know, so that's me every 5 minutes. You know what I mean? So as soon as I got a tickle, as soon as I was like, because you know you can't even clear your throat around people no more.
Right.
You can't even before they look at you funny.
Without niggas being like, bro, what the fuck? Like, bro, what the you know, like what
right. You keep that thing
on you. Some people keep guns. Well, I keep guns. But once I realized what it was, and once I got tested, and they was like, "No, you got it, bro." I isolated, you know, and it was terrible. It was like the worst 3.5 weeks of my life. But I wouldn't, because I got people that have underlying conditions. You know, like most black folks, we got underlying conditions like diabetes, lupus, all these people that are susceptible to it. Where you know, I got in my family, whatever. So I was like, "Hey, listen." We don't know what this shit is. All I know is I'm not gonna be the one to give it to you. So y'all ain't gonna see me for a minute. You know what I mean? So you know, so it was like 3.5 weeks. You know, I was Zoom call and just make sure that everybody was straight or whatever. But other than that, I wasn't seeing nobody because I had to isolate because I wasn't gonna be the one. I got a ton of shit to be guilty for. That ain't gonna be it.
Right.
Well, we thank you for being one of the more responsible people during this because some people are. There was like parties at one point, like.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. And Atlanta, you know, you know this, Autumn. In Atlanta, they don't give a fuck. They don't care
at all.
They don't care.
I mean, like pool parties. Y'all know, y'all saw the videos and the pictures. Like it was just real gross.
It was terrible. But we good.
And I had a scare. You know, I had my little scare. I was in the group chat. I thought niggas was gonna have to get the RIP shirt together. But it was only a sinus infection, thank God.
Thank God.
So all right, so that's good. I'm glad you here on the side with the living after the COVID. Not sure what's gonna happen to these niggas from the White House, but it is what it is. So we're gonna go ahead and get into everybody's favorite part of the show.
Yeah, I want that to be like my text message tone when you text me. Like,
you know what? I'm gonna find his name and put his name in the show notes this time because I gotta give him some kind of props. But anyway, so this everybody's favorite part of the show. Basically, if this is your first time listening, thank you for listening. I have this award called the Shut the Fuck Up Awards. I don't even remember like how I figured out I would be doing this, but it's just caught on and it's been a hit. So it's basically anybody, anything, any movement, whatever that you want to just say shut the fuck up to or sit the fuck down or whatever. So Khris, you said you got one?
Yeah, it's a little bit personal and then also a little bit general. Just shut the fuck up to all the people that are always telling you how plans and your shit won't work, it won't go through, but they don't do nothing. Like they never make a plan.
Right.
Like, so just shut the fuck up to y'all, like always killing people's dreams because you don't have one. Like that's it. That's it.
That's real.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
What you got, Mike?
Well, listen, like I said off camera, man, you know, I have several, but I'm gonna narrow it down, you know, say to like my guy Daniel Cameron. I want, bro, please, with your Charlie Brown looking, the black kid from Charlie Brown looking self.
He do look like him.
He do.
He looks just like shut the fuck up, cuz. Like, bro, you ain't doing nothing but pushing us back, bro, with all that Uncle Tommy that you doing, cuz. Like, you ain't doing nothing but just fucking up shit right now, man. And, you know, listen, I dated white women. So, you know, I don't got no problem with the man marrying outside the race or whatever. But bro, why do you fit the profile for with the atypical coon motherfucker that we all, you know what I'm saying? Like, we always see, like, when we picture a nigga cooning, that's that nigga's face. It's be in the way of the dictionary, bro. Shut
Literally.
the fuck up, man. Like for real, bro. Like
I get that.
it was so obvious that that shit was a cover up. You know what I mean? And then with all of this stuff coming out, and then we finding out that the nigga didn't even really ask for murder
Mhm.
charges and all of this shit, man. And he just chucking and jiving and all of this cooning that he doing, man. Shut the fuck up, cuz.
Like
Let's
he need
go.
that song. He need that song. Give me the coon or bring me the coon. What is it? I can. Oh
Oh,
my
you
God,
talking
y'all
about
ain't.
the
Yeah,
song that they be putting on
Yes.
all of the memes now?
Yes.
I don't know. Some
I'm
corny
gonna
yeah,
have
I
to
ass
look
forget,
shit.
it,
yeah, I
but
forget what
yeah.
the name of it is. But I promise you, if you check that nigga pockets, he got a pair of spoons in his hand, just goddamn.
Right, getting it in.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. You know,
Getting
just
it in.
jumping and jiving, man. Got that soft shoe going on, dude. Yes, I'm off. Nigga, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, God damn. I ain't never
Right.
want a black man to shut the fuck up as much as I want that motherfucker to shut the fuck up, man. Like I'm sorry, I'm going on. I just
Oh
want
no,
to tell
you
him to
good.
his face. I just want to tell him to his face, like
Right.
homeboy, you, because you know I don't have no problem telling nigga if I got an issue with you. Like I don't do that round the way. You know, hey bro, word on the curb is no nigga, you. You know what I'm saying? You. I have a problem with your motherfucking ass. So yeah,
I don't know how y'all gonna run into each other, but I really hope y'all do.
Okay.
listen. I'm like this. I hope we have a show in Kentucky some goddamn well, man. Like where
Hey,
that nigga live?
listen. Hey, I might be able to get y'all to get a show in Kentucky. Let me do some.
Let's
I
do
know
it.
some people for
Let's,
real.
let's, let's do it too, man. Man,
Ooh.
just shut the fuck up, cuz. You know what I
Mike
mean? Like
said, make it happen.
man, please make that shit happen, man. Because that dude right there, he needs to shut the fuck up more. Like I need to hand that shit to him and look
Right.
at
Like,
that.
I really need to get some. Like I said, I was gonna get something made too. I'm gonna get one made so y'all can take it
Lifetime
to the show in
achievement. Shut the
Kentucky.
fuck up.
I'm
Like,
telling you,
Right.
bro, that nigga gonna win. For me, he gonna get a nomination every year, bro. Coon ass nigga.
See, this is why I do the Shut the Fuck Up Award. That for that right there, I get guests
exactly.
come on here and they just go do the whole go off. See, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
So
I feel better now. Listen, that shit was a catharsis. Like, no, man, he's doing a lot, man, pushing our agenda back. Okay, if you're a Republican, that's fine. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you're a Democrat, that's fine. But
Hmm.
to be out here representing for these folk that as soon as all that shit started coming out, did you see any support from the Republicans? You know what I'm saying? Or anybody from like, hey man, we're in support of Cameron and all this other shit. No.
No.
But
No.
he gonna find out real soon.
I
He
mean,
gonna
you
find,
didn't see a whole lot about. I mean, you know, you saw that Herman Cain passed away, but you ain't seen no whole lot of
right,
outpouring of love and
R.I.P. Like none of
right,
that. Not from them.
right.
not
Like.
from them.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is, with regards to that dude, and regards to the White House and everything that's going on over there, karma is a bitch, cuz
Yep.
karma is a bitch.
And for
That's
some
real.
reason, karma is happening a lot faster in 2020.
Like boom, boom, like you
Like
blink and there's karma. Like damn, bitch, really?
basically.
Like
Yeah. Cause she in quarantine too. She ain't got shit to do. Like
right, right.
Let me tell you something. The craziest shit I done see, as far as that shit goes, them aliens, the memes with the aliens sitting back talking about, man, that 2025, this season of 2020, this shit fire.
not this season though.
Right, that's what it says on the meme. Like this. Also, real quick, just real quick sidebar. If you don't follow Michael on Instagram, I don't know if I'm gonna tell you if you should or you shouldn't, because every other day I'm commenting like your internet needs to be taken away.
Look, y'all don't understand. Autumn be trying to get me kicked off of Instagram like every other day because of the shenanigans that are going on this fucking page. Like, I don't do nothing. It's rare that I do anything 112 related because we got a page for that shit. So basically, what I was told was they need to see the real you. They need to see the person that you are. And I said, "Are you fucking sure?" You know what I mean? And so they were like, "No, man, you got carte blanche. Do whatever." You know what I'm saying? And I can't tell you how many notifications that I got from Instagram. They said, "No, look here, bro. You got that blue check on your shit. You are representing this whatever they said." I had the shit written down at one point because it was just so funny to me and shit. But I was like, okay, I won't do it again. The next fucking day, I did something else. I'm like, hey, man, listen. At the end of the day, who are you to censor us, man? This is our First Amendment rights. that we can speak our fucking minds, man. You know what I mean? And so, I just get on there, man, and the funny because I know y'all can tell by now I'm silly as shit, right? So the crazy, like I see some of this shit, man, and I'm like, this is the funny. Why is this shit? You ever laugh so hard that on the inside that you couldn't laugh because you know you would hurt something on the inside?
You do one of these. You be like,
because if you do anything else, you're gonna split something on the inside.
Right.
And that's how funny that shit be to me, man. And I'm like, you know what? I gotta put this shit on Instagram.
Right. I can't keep it to
I
myself.
be weak. I'm like, this dude, like, I cannot log in that this dude just got some old crazy ass video up here. Like,
I'm trying to see how far I can go. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what that shit really is. I want to see if they're gonna really kick my ass off like they say they are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, give me your worst.
dang, it took like 2 weeks to get impersonator that I had on Instagram. Like Autumn the Aries with the number 7. It took like 2 weeks for Twitter or Instagram to take them. They ain't taking nobody now. They stupid.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, I just had to put that out there because it'd be crazy.
Follow me. Just, you know what I'm saying? You feel like a laugh, you know what I'm saying? Follow me. Michael Keefe 112. Just you can just follow me.
I'm gonna have it in the show notes.
I'm on it.
All right, so y'all good? Y'all want to take a little break or y'all want to just keep rolling?
Okay.
Let's do this.
All right, so we are gathered here today on this day to talk about one of the greatest shows. I just feel like it's one of the greatest shows of all time.
It is.
Called The Office. And what we are basically doing, if you are an Office fan, if you've watched The Office any amount of times, you should know about the Dundies, which is basically an award. It's, it's like the Shut the Fuck Up Award for The Office. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, right. We're here to kind of like to give our flowers, to give our Dundies to a show that we love so much. So let me just give y'all a little bit of background on how this show came about. You guys know Khris, me and Khris with Shenanigans with Friends. We've been friends on Twitter for a while now. And I would just tweet. I stay up. Y'all know I'm a night owl. I just be up for no reason. Y'all know I be high, whatever. So I turn The Office on. And that's what I'm watching. And I just will literally watch it over and over and over. And I'm laughing like it's the first time. So I'll tweet random Office things. I won't say it's from The Office. It'll literally just be a quote, something. And it never fails. Khris comes up behind my tweet and she will give the episode. She will finish out the whole line, we'll have the whole skit going on Twitter the whole time. So I have been saying like, okay, I need to get Khris on the show so we can talk about The Office. So then talking to my homegirl, Brandy, shout out to her, Miss Brandy Dawson. And her and Michael have a project that they're doing together, which is awesome. And I had an opportunity to be a part of that project. So she brought me in. We're talking just like we're on here now. And she was like, oh, but tell her what your favorite show is. And he was like, it's The Office. I said, doggone it. It's time. It's time for this episode. And I told him right then and there, I said, you know what? My friend Khris from Shenanigans with Friends, I was going to do an episode with her. Are you willing to come on the show and do the episode with us? And he said, yeah. So I'm like, family, cousin, this is how this episode, because I know y'all like, this what y'all going to talk about? Like, y'all ain't gonna...
Fucking right. That's what we're going to talk about.
Right. Like, y'all ain't going to talk about, 112 and music. And I mean, no, we're going to talk about The Office. This is what we're going to do on the Lit Life podcast. So that being said, if you've never seen The Office, I was going to I was looking up facts and all that stuff. And then I thought to myself, I'm like, you know what? I kind of just want to talk about it the way that I know about it. Like, I don't really need no whole bunch of facts or whatever. I just wanted it to be a free flowing conversation. Mm-hmm. So in my own words, The Office is a show. I think it came out in 2006 or something like that. So The Office is it's a spin-off from a British, I think it was British, right? Y'all know how we follow the story.
It was.
Um,
Ricky Gervais created the British version.
Right. So
that is not good.
And it's not good. Have you watched it? Have you seen it, Michael?
I haven't seen it. No, I haven't seen it.
Like,
I'm a fan.
I know Ricky Gervais is hilarious, but no, I haven't seen that yet.
He is funny, but as a fan of like British comedy, like, and I used to watch like Ab Fab and like Are You Being Served, like when I was younger and stuff. So like I like British comedy, but like I don't know, he just it's too dry, if that makes sense. Like
I love it too, man. Because my favorite British show was Benny Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Benny Hill, so you know what I'm saying. So,
when I think about British, that's who I think about. I think about Benny Hill and stuff like that. But like Chris said, it's very
Monty Python,
right. It's very
absolutely fabulous.
Ab Fab, yep.
Yep.
It's the British version. Like, I'm grateful for the British version because without the British version, we wouldn't have this version. Right. But it is very, very dry. Like, I've tried a few times and I think I've probably gotten through maybe 4 episodes. Mm-hmm. And plus, and two, I think that when you come to love the characters the way that you do, like, it's kind of hard. It's kind of like my whole thing with The Wiz, right? That's my favorite movie of all time. So I have an issue when people try to like remake it or, even when they cast for Broadway, like I still be feeling like Stephanie Mills need to be, I'm just living in the past. I'm just living in the past.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's the same way in the music business, like that's one of the main reasons why you don't remix a song, because you already know, like when people do a remix, it's like, bro, you better make sure that shit sounds.
It better be a remix.
That shit better sound so good, because the purists and the traditionalists that have the song already in their head, that shit better sound like the original or and so different, but still sound reminiscent of, and it's hard to do that. So that's why we've always steered away from doing remixes and shit like that, because just like how you said, I'm a traditionalist. I love hearing like, and Lauryn Hill, I love Lauryn Hill, but when she remade remade the turn the lights down low and let down the window curtain, she got crucified for that. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't, it wasn't the traditional Bob Marley. You know what I mean? So
and for this show though, it's like switched around, right? Because did you come across Chris? Did you come across the British version first?
No, I was like maybe like 3 seasons into The Office when I go on like Google tangents, and I was like, damn, like who made this show? And then that's when I found it, and then I immediately tried to, but I felt like I was so attached to our characters at that point that it was just like their versions of those characters were like no. Like
right,
no
it's like a knockoff. Like
basically, it's like the Dollar General brand. Like
it really is. It really is. So anyway, so the show came from a British show, and there's even at one point in the season there's like a crossover of the main character, so which is actually pretty cool. But it's about a show. It's about a paper company. Y'all see it, Dunder Mifflin. Dunder Mifflin Paper Company. and the main character, Michael Scott, is the regional manager of this company, and he is very unique. Like, they say when it opens up, it says, they say I'm the world's best boss. Like, this is how this man is. I have y'all see my coffee cup up there too. My world's best boss.
Right.
Because I'm a stan. So you have Michael Scott, and then he is just basically over this office. But guys, like, if you could explain, if you had to tell somebody about Michael Scott, like, how would you, like, in a couple of sentences, how would you explain Michael Scott? Like, okay, so do it this way. Do it as if you're somebody that works in the office.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let me just go ahead and break that fourth wall then.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chris.
He's eccentric. Like, I don't want to say he's an idiot because, like, sometimes like he comes out and he absolutely knows what the fuck he be talking about. But like, just an HR nightmare is probably the best way that I could describe him.
Yeah.
Like, I always say it, like, the show would not last if it premiered now.
No.
Like, just because everybody's so sensitive and there's just no way.
Yeah.
There's just no way. But yeah, eccentric? I don't even know. Like, I don't know. Like, he's great though. He's great.
I will say
you want a boss like him.
I want to say that and I want to take a somewhat serious turn about it, but you know, because it's still funny as hell. But it's really once we, you know, once you think about it, it's like, Michael Scott, he represents, in my opinion, the white man's view of the rest of the world. Like, because
that's not inaccurate.
Yeah, because he has absolutely, like, the two words that came to mind when you asked me that, no clue. He has absolutely no clue.
None.
Whatsoever. Like, everything goes over this dude's head. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's his world, what he perceives it as, and regardless of the fact, this is what it is. And I can't tell you how many white folk I done met that feel the same way. And then, you know, on the serious side, like, even with the Black Lives Matter and everything, they're just like, why don't you guys just get over it? Because they've never experienced it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you never had the experience turning on your oven to keep your house warm, you know what I'm saying, or boiling water to take a bath, like, you would never understand it. So it's like, so what's the big deal? You know what I mean? It's just he represents what in a micro, like in a micro sense, what the white man view of the world, not just in Black America,
right? Like, even his world, like
even in his world, he has absolutely no clue what's going on. You know that, like, he is the quintessential, the forest for the trees kind of motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like,
there you go,
the forest for the trees, straight up.
I think the only difference is that Michael Scott has a little bit of compassion for everybody. Like, aside from Toby, like, he has, he loves, like, he loves his office, and he really does want to do the best. He wants to be the best at what he does, and he wants everybody to always be happy, and he wants everybody to be friends and family. Like, that, those are his friends. That's his family. Mm-hmm. So he does, you know, aside from the typical white man, you know what I'm saying? Like, he gives that, like, that's how I would kind of explain him. Like, he gives me a little bit of hope as a white man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I hear you.
I agree.
Because he's so oblivious, but at least, like, in some instances, there's a little room where you can teach him some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Right.
So it's not malicious. It's not malicious what he does and how he does it. It's like, dude, come on, bro. We went over this before. Like, some of this shit should just sink in, bro. And it's just like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Right. He like resets at night, I think. Like,
he does. So okay. So, and just moving along. So you have Michael Scott, the main character, and then you have like the whole entire cast. To me, is like great. You have all of these very different personalities. So you have so let's see, off the top of my head, you have Jim and Pam, who is like the office romance, basically, and they have their ups and downs, you know, go from a crush to all of that. Then you have Oscar, my boy Oscar, who before he was basically outed by Michael Scott.
Right.
I know he came on Halloween as the damn as a princess. Have y'all peeped that part? Okay, so
yes.
Exactly.
So you have Oscar, you have Toby Flenderson, who is HR and like Michael Scott's worst enemy. And I still, I mean, I get why, but I don't get why. Like, he really hates this man. You have Dwight Schrute, who is Schrute of Schrute Farms. He's a beet farmer, and he's just like so quirky and awkward. Like, and he's the assistant to the regional manager. Like, no, wait, is that what it is?
Assistant to, yes.
Assistant to the regional manager. It's just wow. He wants to be like the regional manager so bad.
Like, so bad. But he also loves Michael.
He
like,
does.
A lot.
Right. Like, loves him.
Yeah.
Loves him.
Like, loyalty. Like, if you you put Dwight Schrute next to loyalty in the dictionary because
I'm telling you, like he's like
I
a dog. You
mean,
know, like you know how you can kick a dog. Well, now I'm just kidding.
No, right, but basically,
Right.
like
You know, I'm
you
sorry,
could,
Peter, but you know how you can
right.
kick a dog or you can abuse a dog and the dog will come right back and just take some more punishment and shit. That's Dwight. That's Dwight. Like he can take so much punishment from Michael, man. It just it's Mr. Smithers and Mr. Burns on The Simpsons. That's
Yes,
right,
yes, that's
right,
exactly. That's it.
That's
That's
it.
it.
right. I
That's
mean,
it.
it's the quirkiest like love affair.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then speaking of that, you have Ryan
Right.
Howard, who I don't know what this thing is about him and Michael. Like, I don't know why Michael is like obsessed with Ryan. Like, he's the temp, guys. He's the office temp
Right.
who ended up being like, he wasn't regional man. He was over the region.
He took Jan's job. He was I forgot what she was though, but she was like big wig. He started off as a temp, took that job, and then ended up as a temp again. Like on a very wild ride, but crazy ride.
But Michael loves him so much till when he found out that corporate fired him, he like called the temp service and begged them to bring him there.
I think it's because Ryan is younger, and I think that he represents stuff that Michael didn't get to do, or Michael feels like that he didn't get to do, or even like how Ryan's he seems to be like a more popular person, as we know Michael wasn't like growing up, from watching the show and stuff. So I think Ryan represents who Michael wish he could have been when he was his age.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So then you. Yeah, that sounds like perfect. So then you have a few other characters. You have Angela, Andy Bernard, and we'll talk a little bit about these. Oh, Creed, Kevin, and Kelly Kapoor. So I think that's all. Stanley, and Kevin.
We cannot.
And Meredith. And
Meredith, and Jan.
And
did we say Angela? Did we mention?
Yeah, we said Angela. But wait, we're missing Bob Vance's wife.
Why I can't think of her name?
Okay, look, I pulled it up. We have
the
Michael,
one with the glasses, the old lady with the glasses.
You have Dwight, you have Jim, you have Creed, you have Jan, you have Aaron, Kevin, Angela, Andy, Toby, Stanley, Ryan, Nellie, Holly, Kelly, Karen, Meredith, Gabe, Robert, James Spade.
Yeah, that's Robert. What's his name? Yeah, Robert California.
Yeah, then you have Daryl, who's played by Mahomes.
Daryl,
yes.
Then Roy. Then you have Phyllis. Yeah,
Phyllis. That's her name, Phyllis. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Phyllis. Yeah.
So
really quick.
Right. So we have my question to you guys. Aside from let's start with your least favorite character. Who is your least favorite character if you have one?
I have a question about this.
Okay.
Is this a main character, or are we talking about like special characters that have come through in like the later season?
I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Spread your hate.
I got 3.
Okay.
Idris Elba's character.
Hated him.
Like, and it's like, damn, like, it's okay. That was like, you know how like when niggas like use it, like get K-Dot to be on a feature on their song,
right?
But then it's a trash song, or they like don't like let K-Dot do what K-Dot be doing. Like that's what Idris on The Office felt like. It's like you get this like superstar on this fucking show, and he has the worst. He was such a fucking dick. Like
he was the worst. Like he come in being Charles and shit. Like
I did not like him. Like he didn't accept. He ain't like Michael C-shaped bagels. Like I don't like that shit.
Right.
And of course, they typecast that shit for him, and he probably went in saying, "Look, I want to be the exact opposite of who I really am and stuff like that." Because, because Idris as a person, and of course, just me knowing him in circles and whatnot, one of the coolest dudes. I met Idris like I want to say 93, because he was a DJ for Bad Boy back in the day. So he actually DJ. So he would be up and then like nobody would be paying this dude no attention whatsoever. It's like, who's this British nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, we came up here to get some work done, son. You know what I'm saying? So, it was the funniest shit. And then to see, I was like, dude, that's my nigga that used to spin in the, you know what I mean? And so it was just really crazy to see him. So his personality is one of the
super opposite.
Yeah, and he was just a dick on this.
He really fucking was. Like, I hated him. Okay. And then honestly, Andy kind of like, if I have to like be like, out of everybody who we see on
Andrew Bernard,
he is so corny. Like, he is just like, he's so like, okay. And it was just like, I mean, like, of course you feel bad like when like stuff happens and like all stuff like with him, but like he's so fucking annoying. Like, I'm sorry, Mike, come back. I just don't like it. Like, I mean, listen.
Wait a minute, man.
You mean to tell me the man who can sing on the drop of a dime? Like, this nigga,
the nigga that made his own ringtone. He made his own ringtone with his own background vocals. Listen, I get it. I knew. Listen, I wrote it with a star down because I knew somebody was gonna be mad at me. I get it, y'all. Like, he has his moments, but overall, his character is fucking ridiculous. And Ryan, like, I don't really like. He's like kind of pointless in the show. Like, and I know he's like one of like the creators and the writers, right? But it's just like you could have wrote yourself a better like person. Like, I mean, like, I guess him and Kelly's like interactions are funny and shit. But like, other than that, like, but
it's Kelly that makes him funny. It's not really him.
It's definitely Kelly Kapoor, the business bitch. Right. Like,
and really, it's the fact that he takes so many L's from everybody. Like, that's really the funny shit. Like, how everybody's just beating up on his ass, and then when he finally got power, he came back.
Right.
When they got that boy outside, like, Ryan started the fire.
Yeah. Nigga.
All right. So that's yours. Okay, yeah. Michael, what about you? Who's your least favorite character?
My least favorite, and because I don't like kiss asses, but even in life period, Dwight is my least favorite character as far as.
So you can get up and shit like when somebody says Andy Bernard.
Andy Bernard is the greatest character. He is McLovin all over again, man. Andy Bernard is my greatest. He is McLovin, okay?
Oh my God. Both of y'all tripping.
No, he's tripping.
Maybe it's a little biased too because he was in all the Hangover movies and shit. So,
right.
It might be a little bit carryover from that. But Andy in The Office is like we're doing the least favorite. But yeah, Dwight is like that kiss ass, man. It's just like I don't like kiss ass, and I cannot. I know I'm watching television. I know I'm but it's like it's something about it because I've seen so many of them motherfuckers like in real life.
Yeah.
It's like they're this way, and then you see all that sneaky shit that he was doing and whatnot. And then like with one episode when Andy was in the water and shit, and I'll go back to it because it's like one of my favorite episodes when he floated when he was in the water
at the beach.
And they were plotting, him and Angela was plotting on this nigga's life and shit. That shit was That was the funniest shit. But Dwight is just for me, man. And then, like, of course, when he during that camper trip, that whole episode, because that's like one of my favorite episodes, right? He said that I want that position, and walked over them coals and stood there and shit.
Yeah. Fucking crazy.
What's wrong with this nigga, man? And then he rolled this shit. But no,
he was like, I will walk on the coast for the position of regional manager.
I'm not going. Hey, here go Michael. Yeah. I'm not giving you reason. This nigga got 30 birds and shit.
He did. He did.
Wow. So both of y'all are like, I don't even know what to say, but my least favorite character is definitely Angela.
No, I disagree. I totally disagree with you.
I don't agree with you.
I cannot stand her.
When she threw Bandit up in the fucking
yes, that was funny. That was definitely funny.
I'm only 82 pounds.
I'm only 82 pounds. Oscar was like, nah, bitch, I can't.
Right. Oscar was look, Oscar can't stand her ass anyway. He could have did without her. So
he was like, I can't lift you. I gotta go.
Here's my rationale. Like,
okay, I'm listening.
She did not have to do my boy Andy Bernard the way she did him.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like it's so hard to watch. Like Andy, that boy got the damn, what's the name of his Glee Club or whatever they is?
from Cornell.
Right. He
I
got
can't
them.
remember.
They came like to get on a speakerphone to like he couldn't even ask her out because she just kept like beating him down. And then like her whole just attitude, like her whole makeup. I like, I like cats. So I like the whole cat lady in her. But aside from that, like that with that and all the shit with the senator and like it was just it's like they kind of overdid it or something with her. It was just entirely too much for me. So I don't like really watching her main like episodes, like the episodes where it's all about her and Andy or her and Dwight or her and the senator. Like I just and then like she has that whole breakdown and it was just weird. Like the way her character transitioned over time to me, it was just kind of weird.
She's just like she's a trash female. Like she generally like, but I like her in the office setting. So I agree with you in saying like her personal like storyline besides like probably like when her and like when Dwight put her cat in the freezer. Like
right.
that was probably my favorite like main like little like story about like Angela. But like like you're right. It is kind of, and it's weird because of course we're watching it and we know how long her and Dwight have been fucking around. Like so we we see the demise like well before. So it is kind of like hard to watch.
But
like,
did y'all expect for Phyllis to actually tell the secret when she did it?
No.
Nah.
Like the way that it came out.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yo, that was crazy. So I like that turn. So okay, so on the flip side, I think we figure out what Michael's is. What's your favorite episode? It's the beach party or whatever.
It's actually three of them. The fire drill.
Okay.
The camping trip when they all had to go bond.
Yes.
That's that's two. And the third one is the marathon.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Andy's nipples.
I just posted about what was it?
I got a car blow. He had the car blow. Remember? He had all that fucking Alfredo.
I have to find the I have to find the dang on the name of it.
Listen,
I'm so glad you said 3 episodes though, because I totally have 3.
No, I totally had it. I couldn't just do just one.
It's just too hard. Like I actually like went through and I was like, nah, if I pick this one, I gotta pick this one. Like,
listen.
So the name of the marathon was Michael's. I gotta get this T-shirt.
Oh yes, you gotta do the whole thing. Say it.
Yes, I had to look it up. Michael Scott's Dunder Mifflin Scranton Meredith Palmer Memorial Celebrity Rabies Awareness Pro-Am Fun Run Race for the Cure.
For the Cure. Yeah, that was
because they thought that Meredith had rabies. So he put together a 5K.
That wasn't in a circle. It was just a straight 5K.
And it was a straight line. Like Toby got to the end and was like, where are we? And Kelly was like, I don't know.
5K.
Can we go ahead and just it's because I know we're not really thinking about it. I'm sure you guys seen this shit as well. But answer me this: where is the office supposed to be? I know, but where is the office supposed to be based in?
Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Pennsylvania.
Why during the marathon was there palm trees in the background and all that shit?
Are you serious?
Now I gotta go back and watch it.
Because they film. Of course, they film it in California. They film it in LA. But why is there palm trees? There ain't no freaking palm trees in Pennsylvania.
Wow, I never even paid attention to that.
Look at all.
I have to go back and watch it now.
You got to go back and watch it, man. It always blew my mind because I'm like, I see because I've been out and of course I've been out to the West Coast with them, so I know what sunset looks like and all of this stuff. Like Pennsylvania, I've also been to Pennsylvania. They don't have palm trees in no freaking Pennsylvania.
No, they don't.
So
that makes sense.
Go back and watch that episode and see what I'm talking about. Like just the ancillary stuff, like the stuff that's around you or whatever. Like you'll see palm trees. You damn near can see the Hollywood sign.
Yeah, I'm about to go watch that.
Wait a minute, this supposed to be in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Like, what the fuck is Nobody.
So
They didn't think that through. They didn't think that went all the way through.
That's
okay,
funny.
so Khris, well, they probably didn't think we would be like hitting it as hard as we have been hitting it either.
Well, it shouldn't be
Right.
so good. The TV show shouldn't be so good.
Yeah,
they
they
probably
said
thought
it.
she was gonna
They
watch
said
it
in
one time.
they said in 2018 it was streamed more than any other sitcom on Netflix. Like I think they said like 20 million more streams than Friends and all of that. Like it's very popular.
It's
Okay,
it's
Khris,
so
what's yours?
Okay, I found the episode names. The injury when Michael George Foreman's his foot. Okay, and then Scott's Tots
Yes.
when he had to fucking go back and tell them niggas that he had the fucking money for their college. That was
Bruh.
hilarious. That can I just say that's one of my favorite Aaron episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Like
was
she,
annoying to me.
like
But
she,
yeah.
like she was so good. And when they was fucking driving back, and she was like driving, she was like, "Hey, Mr. Scott, what you gonna do?
Right.
What you gonna do? Make your dreams come true." He looking at her like, "Bitch, shut up." And then my favorite episode, like of all time, motherfucking Threat Level Midnight, nigga.
Bruh.
Michael Scott as Michael Scarn
Michael
in the
Scarn.
highly anticipated film of the year, my nigga.
Oh my God. He had it illustrated and everything.
Nigga. I honestly wish that they could have made that episode like 45 minutes long.
Oh my God. Or they needed a follow-up. Like they need to actually can we get a Michael Scarn movie or something? Like that would be
Like,
hilarious.
Please.
So
Please.
those are my favorite 3 episodes.
Okay, so here's what I came up with, and it's just hard because I love the majority of these episodes, right?
Right.
So no order. I came up with "Took Me by the Hand."
Motherfucking Hunter, nigga. The fucking dinner
Made
party.
me a man that one
That one
night.
night. Yo, that bitch was swaying so hard to that song.
Bruh, the dinner party, like why she have to take the Dundie and kill his little plasma TV?
That thing was this big, bitch, and he mounted it on the fucking wall.
Oh my God! So dinner party, the fire drill. Or the fire when she threw Bandit up. Definitely. As a matter of fact, that's kind of when I started watching The Office, which was not when it first came out, but when I started watching it when they were doing like, all the reruns or whatever, that's the episode that caught my attention. Like I have watched that episode over and over and over. And the third one, Diversity Day.
Okay.
Like
that
like
episode,
you can't even say Diversity Day without busting out laughing. This is what I'm talking about.
That's what and that episode alone is what I'm talking about. Like if that show tried to come out today, that was the second episode of the whole fucking show. And that show, they would have fucking cut that shit off. That shit was so funny though.
And I say, if you get past Diversity Day, you could do this. Like you can really enjoy this entire show because it is that inappropriate throughout the entire show.
I'm telling you.
So,
if Stanley if his face could be like the poster child.
Oh my God. Stanley is hilarious. Okay, speaking of Stanley real quick, and then Stanley real quick, and then I'm gonna ask y'all who your favorite character is outside of Michael Scott. But speaking of Stanley, did y'all picture how Stanley always had the hoes? A different one?
Always.
Every event, he had a different woman. I don't know. So he had the wife, and then he was cheating on the wife.
With the dance instructor lady.
Right. And then after that, he just always had a different bitch with him. Like Stanley was the man.
He was the man. He was the man.
He like really
that, it was amazing. It's like you look at him, you're like, oh, okay. Looking like the Cleveland Brown.
Right. Right. And he was the coolest. He was the cool. I mean, like he was really one of like them cool niggas in the office. Like, don't fuck with me. Like, I'm over here doing my crossword puzzle. I've made all my sales calls for the week. I'm doing my crossword puzzle. Don't fuck with me. And like, if you fucked with him,
Yo, the
it was a
episode
problem.
when he fucking got at Michael nigga in front of everybody.
Bruh.
Oh,
Oh my God.
listen, bro, listen. That shit was the funny. Okay, all right.
But
Y'all can
Yo,
put y'all
even
look,
when Michael pulled him back in and pulled him to talk to him one-on-one, like he still went in on Michael. He was like, I do not respect you. I was like, damn, Stanley.
Michael was dead ass about to cry. Like,
Right.
Yeah,
He was holding, he had the lump in his throat and everything. He was holding that one in.
he just knew him and Stanley was like this.
he really did. Like, he found out that day though.
So that being said, who is your favorite character outside of Michael Scott?
It's too hard. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay.
We already know what he's gonna say.
I have three. I have three.
Okay.
Okay. Pam Beasley, I love her because I think she's cute. I just thought that her personality and just everything, because she was just so mousy, and I was just waiting on her to just snap and just kill the whole office one day. Because she just had that energy about her. Whatever, you could tell she cared about everybody. You need that element. You need that one person that but she got a little crazy too. She would do something, she would do something a little crazy as well. But I just felt like she just was a quintessential, cute chick in the office that nobody really, like she just plays a role. She just plays cool. I don't know, but just something about her. She just played her role so perfectly. That she might be a fucking, like a monster outside of it, but her role, what I'm saying? But the role that she played in that, I thought was, she was just she spot on with that.
I like
yeah.
Too.
What is it? Jenna Fisher? Or what's her name? Jenna Fisher.
Jenna Fisher. Yeah.
Yeah. So kudos to her, man, because she played her role like to the hilt, man. So, Stanley Hudson, listen. I mean, Stanley was listen. His face alone, all they had to do was to show his fucking face, especially because I know, like between us, I know we've seen that face before from some authoritative figure growing up as a child. That look, that nigga, I will knock your dumb ass out.
Get away from me.
He's so cool. Like I said, he's so cool all the way up until you really test him. When he went off on Ryan about his daughter.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
What is you crazy?
Yeah.
Right.
Stanley gave. Who was it? Was it? What's damn? I'm forgetting his name. When they did the sumo wrestling, and it was
Kevin. Jim. When
they had the sumo wrestling thing, and Stanley was up against. Was it Jim?
Jim. It was Jim. Because he was like, I never seen that look in his eyes before.
Right.
Like, yeah, man, that's that black man look.
Yeah.
That's that oppression, nigga. That's what that shit is. Like, you can't get shit, bro. But that was the one funny thing, man. So Stan, but my favorite, of course, y'all probably already know who this guy is. Andy Bernard and his quartet.
Baby.
And listen, Andy is McLovin all over again. He is the coolest white boy.
Dog, he would just bust out in song, and it would just give me so much life. Like every single time he sang something, it was hilarious.
Remember when he was in the car and somebody was like, "Hey, put some music on." Was it Jim? Him and Jim. He's like, "Put some music on." And this nigga just starts singing. He was like, "Nah, the radio."
And then Khris, we were just talking about this last night when he was singing. When they did
not Staying Alive. Yeah.
Oh, one of my favorite episodes too. Kelly was like,
Kelly was doing her love.
Andy does it for me. Listen, because Andy actually could be. If Michael was like, if ever he decided that he didn't want to do it, and they put him in position, like where Michael was, he could have easily been Michael. He could have easily been.
Think so?
Michael. I really do. I feel like because he's got that no clue kind of image as well. Like, of course, Michael, he does his. He's a perfectionist at that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Andy,
Andy had anger issues. Remember, he was in anger management.
Like when he destroyed that trash can shit, when it was the yellow on his calculator.
Yeah. Seriously, who put my calculator in Jella? Fucking Jim was like.
Yeah, he was a mess. Like it was crazy. Yeah. So my favorite character outside of Michael Scott is the one and only motherfucking Creed Bratton.
Yo.
Good choice. Good choice. Very good choice.
Creed is a
Yo.
sleeper for sure. Like, he's a sleeper character. Like, he's great. Like,
Creed worked in this office, had no idea what his position was. Like, they asked him, so Creed was quality assurance. They asked him on camera what he did, and he was like, it's quiet. Like, he could not figure out what he was doing. Creed is a nudist, a free spirit, sexually free, because that nigga was in the woods one time, butt naked, like getting head, and he didn't know if it was from a man or a woman.
Oh, right. He said that.
Khris smoked all the weed.
Yep.
He identified the photo that Dwight had when Dwight was asking, what is this? And he was like, that is that.
Like, he had the strain,
Northern
the
Lights cannabis
nigga.
indica. And Dwight was like, no, it's marijuana.
It's weed. It's
like,
marijuana.
Now, don't forget his alias now, Papa Smurf. Don't forget.
Papa Smurf.
Right. Papa Smurf.
Right.
Creed had a blog.
Yes, he's a blogger.
And he actually, and I couldn't find it the other day, but he actually had like this whole blog, and you could actually used to be able to get to it. And it was just like super freaking funny. And he's just one of those characters, like he would pop up. And you just already knew it was going to be funny. The police showed up at the office. And he went and talked to the camera like, let me just sit here until the police leave. Like, I mean,
listen, because he's supposed to be the Scranton Strangler, right?
Right. Oh, right.
Right.
That might be a thing still.
Exactly.
You know, my favorite Creed pop up was when they were playing that Southern murder mystery game. And he came into work late, and he asked Michael, like, what did I miss? And he was like, Michael was like, there's been a murder. And then the next he was like, all right, I'm gonna go settle in. I'll be right back. And then you just see him running back to his car to get
like Creed was definitely the plug. Right. He was definitely the plug of the office. Like Creed just, I don't know. It's just like, he wasn't one of those people that was on there every single week, but when he showed up, like, it was just amazing. And his blog, by the way, was www.creedthoughts.gov.www/creedthoughts, right? And Ryan set it up for him, but Ryan basically said that it was just a Microsoft Word document.
Right.
That he set up. And so Creed would go on there and like tell his whole life on this blog. It was so funny. And Creed Bratton's real name is Creed Bratton. Like,
yeah.
So
I love it.
Yeah, that's so funny, man. This
so anyways, you know what I'm saying? Like, do y'all have, if you had to tell, and this will be my last question, because I think we like really covered it all. It's been great. If you had to kind of like sell this show to somebody that hasn't seen it, like one of your peers, I'm not even gonna say like, like somebody that's like way younger than us or anything like that, but one of your peers, if you had to sell this show to them, how would you do that? What would you say? Like in a couple of sentences, what would you say?
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I would say if you know me and you know my twisted style of humor, this right here is right up my alley as far as being dry humor, as far as being intelligent humor, as far as being that witty, that dry, that in your face, that's so inappropriate, you know what I'm saying, for today's time. And it's necessary too, because comedy used to be the place where you could say up crazy shit and get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was all in satire. We all knew that you were playing around. You know, we all knew that you were joking. Like Eddie Murphy would not be Eddie Murphy right now if he came out in the 2000s. Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Robin Harris, hell, even George Carlin. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, and I think that this was the last of the Mohicans. I'm gonna be honest.
Bernie Mac.
Bernie. Oh my God, Bernie Mac. You know what I mean? It's like it was this is the last of the Mohicans as far as those kind of TV shows where you could get away with shit like this, where you could get away with it being so satirical that you know that they're playing. Like the only thing that they couldn't say was nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Basically.
Outside of that, everything else was on the table and stuff. And so, you know, for me, I grew up in an era where this shit it kind of colored you. Saturday Night Live, freaking, you know what I mean? Like again,
In Living Color.
And Living Color.
All of that shit. Like it developed. It didn't turn me into, you know, any a mass murder or no shit like that. Shit was funny.
Yeah.
And we become too PC. So if you're not a fan of PC, I would suggest that you watch this TV show for no other reason than to get out of this matrix that we in, where they feel like you can't say a fucking thing without somebody being offended. This shit is supposed to offend some people. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that would be what I think.
I mean, basically the same thing, pretty much. But then also, like, imagine if like where you worked was like less work and more shenanigans. Like, basically, like it's probably like the perfect office environment. Like,
y'all notice everybody's computer always has like solitaire on it. Like
nobody's ever doing anything. It's my dream job.
Right.
Like, we're gonna give you a promotion. No, no.
I'm good. Right. I'm gonna stay right here.
I'm just still right. So I think the way that I would probably take a mixture of both of those. Like, I would say, if you know me, like, first of all, y'all already know I'm off the wall, especially when it comes to comedy and things. Sometimes I think I'm funny, so I say, you know, off the wall things as well. But I would give the disclaimer. Listen, it is extremely politically incorrect. Like, you have to have a thick layer of skin if you're gonna watch it. Like, no, you can't be too sensitive about fat jokes, about gay jokes, about women jokes, about men, you know, like
about fucking black fucking stereotypes, like
right, oh my god, yes, black stereotypes. I mean, whatever race you are, because I think that it was something said about everybody.
Everybody got that smoke. Everybody got that smoke.
He called Dwali a fucking Indian Halloween.
Right.
So
and Kelly Kapoor had to smack the shit out of him in Diversity Day on the second episode, because he was in her face like wooly woo, looky loo, look, and she just like literally smacked the fuck out of him. Like, if you cannot, and he cried, right? So like, because it's like he didn't even understand like
what he did wrong.
What he did wrong. So and it's gonna give you a good laugh. Like, I would give them like a few episodes to watch first. Like, watch these if you could like really get with them, you know. But aside from that, I really don't give a fuck, because I'm gonna keep watching it as long as it's available to me. So, but yeah. So y'all got any closing remarks about The Office?
Yeah, just make sure that you guys go check out that episode with the marathon, so you can see the
look for the palm trees.
Look for the palm trees. You're gonna look. I'm telling you, it's gonna change a whole view of that.
Oh my goodness!
Like, son of a bitch. And then you're gonna start seeing more episodes where they have more shit that has nothing to do with Pennsylvania and more to do with California. I needed therapy after that. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
You got anything, Khris?
Nope, just watch the show. Like, we usually don't. We don't have nowhere to go now, so we just in the house. So y'all can watch it, binge it on Netflix. It's great. It's great.
So, all right. So, real quick before we get out of here, of course, at the end of the show, I always like to make sure everybody, if I have a guest, that you guys get your plugs in or whatever. So, Khris, if you could just give us a little bit of information about your show and how to find you.
Of course. Okay. As you guys know, I'm Khris for Shenanigans with Friends and All Docked Up. You guys can follow me on Twitter at its_Khris. My podcast stuff is SW Friends Pod. On Instagram, I'm Shenanigans_Podcast. On Facebook, I'm Shenanigans Podcast. Y'all know me. Y'all know where y'all can find me.
Right. All right. And I mean, again. Y'all know what it is, but we want to hear, you know, we want to hear a little bit about what you're doing these days.
Who are you?
Yeah. I know, right? Michael Key. Yeah. So Yeah, I just want to thank you guys again, man, because it's been awesome. When I tell you I needed this today, I needed this last.
Oh, good.
Needed this today. So thank you so
Yes.
very much. Because I got a court case coming up in Jesus. But look, I'm gonna have to pull a creed on y'all.
You're gonna be saying Mike run to the parking lot.
Right.
But yeah, you can follow me on Michael Keith of 112 on Instagram, Michael Keith of 112 on Twitter as well. Not really on Facebook, so you can't follow me on that. So, but what else? The Unapologetics is the podcast that I have with Brandy Dawson. Big shout out to Brandy. That's something that's coming on as well, man. And Khris, I would love to have you, and I would love to have Autumn back on again, so we can just chop it up, man, and have a great time, because this is the kind of shit that I'm talking about, man. Having a great time,
Yes.
talking about and just not giving a fuck. Like that's my shit, man. I love that. So again, that's the Unapologetics, and you can find that on Instagram as well. Aside from that, on the music side, I have an EP that came out a couple of weeks ago. It's called 112 Forever. You can go find that on any social digital platform. And you can, if you want the official hard copy of the CD, which is something that, old schoolers like myself love, you can go on to 112forever.com and purchase like the hoodies, the masks. We got t-shirts, we got footies for the ladies and whatnot. We got neck gaiters, the whole nine, and we have the CD. So yeah, man. So 112forever.com for all merch and all that good stuff. Follow me on Michael Keith of 112. And if you want to laugh, if you want a laugh, you know what I mean, please just follow me on there, because who knows what, I'm just waiting on them to kick me off.
I mean, like literally some days, again, I feel like I need to just pull the plug. Like, I'm like, what are you over here doing?
I'm telling Khris, like, it's a civic duty. Sometimes you feel like it's a civic duty. I got to report this nigga. Follow the page. Just follow the page. Just go down the first week.
I'm about to.
It's hilarious. And also, and just for us real quick, so we have this thing called Podcast Happy Hour, where it's myself, it's Khris from Shenanigans with Friends, it's Jay Boog from Jay's Quick 3, Tamara from Tamara to the Break of Dawn, and Audrey from Odd Tales. And it's just a bunch of solo Black women podcasters that decided to turn a quarantine thing that we have been doing. We have been getting on Zoom, drinking, laughing it up, chopping it up. And we decided to kind of make a podcast out of it. So once a month, you will see us. We trying to get Jay Boog. Michael, can you tell Jay Boog, just be like, Jay Boog, you need to go live. Maybe she'll listen to you.
Just say it. Can you just...
Jay Boog, do it for me. Hey, listen. Listen. Do it for me. Do it for Daddy.
Right.
Okay, Daddy. Okay, Daddy.
Get in the podcast.
Now she got to do it. Now she got to do it.
Jay Boog, listen, if you don't do it, the terrorist wins, okay? The terrorist wins.
And also, she found a picture. She went, I can't even think of what, I don't want to fuck her school up, but she went to HBCU and she actually met y'all. She has a picture from like 96.
There it is. So we already kinfolk.
Right. That's what I said.
You got to do it now.
So anyways, some people go live, some people don't. We're trying to get everybody to go live. And just last night, we decided that we are going to keep this going past December. So anytime, it's on our socials. I'm at Autumn the Aries. Y'all know how to find me. It'll all be in the show notes. I will put all of this information in the show notes. I would like to first shout out, thank you to my homegirl, Khris. Like, thank you for coming on here and talking through this, because you already know how we do. And big shout out to Mike from 112. Like, thank you so much for taking. We've been trying to, we've been missing each other due to all types of stuff.
The Matrix bullets just
right. And I really appreciate you taking time out of your weekend to come and kick it with us. And you're invited. You can come on whenever you would like. If I think of something else that I feel like we'll, get some real good conversation out of, you're invited. You can come.
I need you guys to, if you're not watching it already, start watching Lovecraft Country.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm
so good.
We gotta talk about it. We gotta get into it. We gotta get into it and talk about it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. I'll take it out.
Yeah.
All right.
So get caught up.
Yeah. Right. So all right. So thank you, everybody. Thanks that tuned in here on YouTube. Thank you for everybody listening. And until you hear your homegirl Autumn the Aries again, peace.
Bye.